Hello, everyone. Welcome to this demonstration of the Shopify Workflow BIRAM workflow running in the Unodeskly platform. In this video, I'll explain how this workflow automatically synchronizes Shopify products with a SQL Server database. The workflow retrieves products from Shopify every 5 minutes, processes each product individually, stores the product details in SQL Server, creates a draft product in Shopify, and finally sends an email notification. Let's go through the workflow step by step. Here you can see the complete workflow. The process starts with the interval trigger, which automatically starts the workflow every 5 minutes. Next, the Shopify API retrieves all products from the Shopify store. The loop node processes every product one by one. Inside the loop, the JSON mapper extracts the required fields, the MS SQL node stores the data in SQL Server, and the HTTP request node creates the product back in Shopify as a draft. Finally, the send email node sends a notification after the workflow completes. Now, let's look at each node individually. At the top of the workflow, you can see a section label. This is not an executable node. It simply provides a clear description of the workflow, making it easier for users and team members to understand the workflow's purpose. Next is the interval trigger node. It starts the workflow automatically every 5 minutes. Behind the scenes, Unodeskly schedules this execution automatically, so no manual intervention is required. Whenever the trigger runs, it starts a new workflow execution and passes control to the next node. In the latest execution, this node completed successfully. The next node is the Shopify API. It is an HTTP request node configured with the GET method. The workflow uses a securely stored Shopify credential, so sensitive information such as the access token is not hard-coded inside the workflow. During execution, this node connects to Shopify and retrieves all available products from the store. The response contains product information including the product title, vendor, price, inventory quantity, and other details. This data becomes the input for the loop node. The latest execution completed successfully in approximately half a second. Now, let's move to the loop node. Its purpose is to process every product returned by the Shopify API. Instead of processing all products together, the loop processes one product at a time. For each product, it executes the JSON mapper, MS SQL, and HTTP request nodes. Because these operations are performed for every product, the loop takes the longest time during execution. In the latest run, the loop completed successfully in approximately 85 seconds. Inside the loop, the first node is the JSON mapper. Its purpose is to transform the Shopify product into a simpler format. It extracts only the required fields, such as the product name, price, and quantity. This simplified data is then passed to the remaining nodes for further processing. The JSON mapper completed successfully in the latest execution. Next is the MS SQL node. This node inserts the mapped product information into the SQL Server database. For every product processed by the loop, a new record is inserted into the Shop Prod Auto table. The latest execution completed successfully, confirming that the product information was stored correctly in SQL Server. The next node is another HTTP request. Unlike the previous request, this node uses the POS method. Its purpose is to create a draft product in Shopify using the mapped product information. The product title is populated dynamically, while the remaining values are configured within the request. The latest execution completed successfully, confirming that the API request was processed correctly. The final node is the send email node. After the workflow completes, it attempts to send an email notification containing the execution summary. In the latest execution, this node failed because the email configuration requires valid authentication. Although the notification failed, all of the core workflow operations completed successfully. Now, let's review the latest execution. Execution 29191 started on July 13, 2026, and completed successfully in approximately 86 seconds. The section label completed successfully. The interval trigger started the workflow successfully. The Shopify API retrieved products successfully. The loop processed every product returned by Shopify. The JSON mapper transformed the data successfully. The MS SQL node stored the product information in SQL Server. The HTTP request node created the draft products in Shopify. Finally, the send email node failed due to email authentication. Overall, the workflow completed successfully, with only the notification step requiring additional configuration. To use this workflow, first configure your Shopify credentials. Next, configure the SQL Server connection in the MS SQL node. Set the required execution schedule in the interval trigger. Verify the JSON mapper field mappings. Finally, configure valid email credentials for the send email node. After activating the workflow, it will run automatically according to the configured schedule. That completes the demonstration of the Shopify Workflow by RAM workflow. This workflow automatically retrieves products from Shopify, stores product information in SQL Server, creates draft products in Shopify, and provides execution monitoring through workflow logs. With the email configuration updated, the workflow will provide complete end-to-end automation. Thank you for watching this demonstration.